Well, hello everybody. Got a little shooting today, so I'm bringing you guys along. Got a rifle here that I haven't had for very long. I'm going to say maybe less than a year. It's a Savage Model 62 22 long rifle. I haven't spent a lot of time with this gun, but what I have done, this is quite a gun. I remember very distinctly I paid $114 for this at Walmart. $100 rifle. That's incredible. It makes me think of the very first the very first gun I ever bought myself was a H&R single shot 410. I think I paid $75 for it. That would have been about 1985. So really, for the price point, this is a dandy rifle. I haven't spent a lot of time with it on paper, so I was going to bring you guys along today. I've got 3 different ammo we're going to shoot today, and be interesting to see. So this gun, to me, has a little bit of an adult rifle feel to it. Length of pole's like 13 3/4. It just has the feel of an adult rifle. I've got a Ruger 1022. Of course, nobody can bash on one of them. But to me, this gun almost has a little bigger feel to it. You know, you guys have heard me say I'm a little bigger guy, so a little bit longer rifle just fits me better. This rifle just feels really, really good to me. So I'm going to show you a few things I don't like about it. I wished it had a tube fed magazine instead of this detachable box magazine. I love a tube fed on a 22 rifle. I feel like that is the way to go. I honestly haven't done enough research if they even offer this in a tube fed, but this was at Walmart. It was local. I was able to just run downtown and grab it. So this one I ended up getting. So I'll show you on this mag. When I first got it, this thing would not cycle very well. And I did some research on the internet, and they talked about the way that this mag is these little feed clips were too far apart. And that's what was happening to me, is when the gun would cycle, 2 rounds would pop up. Instead of having the bolt come and catch, just wanting a single round and feed in, it would, whatever happened, it would get 2 in at once, and then the gun would malfunction. I just took a pair of pliers and just give those a slight pinch, fixed it. I don't know if I've had one malfunction with it since then. Of course, I haven't shot it a ton. So anyway, that's my only complaint about the gun so far. I mounted this scope. It's an Athlon 4-12 by 40. This is, I've heard a lot of good about Athlon. This is the first Athlon I've owned, and a pretty entry-level deal. I think I'm maybe $150 or so for this. There again, it was at a local shop I just bought. I ended up taking the rear sight off just because that scope was a little bit low. Of course, that's the mount's fault. If I would have did a little more research or found a different mount, I probably could have resolved that. But anyway, it seems to feel pretty good. So I'm under this whole setup. Even with mounts, I'm probably $275, $280. That's about the cost of a brand new 1022. So anyway, you know me, I'm the biggest tightwad in the world. If I can find the value, that's what I'm searching for. And I think I found it. If you guys have any comments or any experience with Athlons, I'd sure like to hear it. I've read a little bit about them, a lot of positive reviews on them. This is the first one I bought. I have no experience with them. Some guys I work with have put them on their, a higher end Athlon on one of the higher end rifles, and had success with it. So anyway, I'm real interested about this guy. Anyway, I'll show you the ammo we're going to shoot today. All right, so we're doing a little bit of experimenting today. This is a Winchester M22. I have never shot these. I found they was packaging of 2 boxes of 500, so the package was 1,000 rounds. They're calling them a black copper plated round nose. They look like a plain lead round nose to me, but they're calling them copper coated. So I don't know. This will be interesting to see how these guys will shoot. Of course, the old tried and true CCI mini mags. And then here's another one that I haven't had much experience with. They've been marketing these pretty heavy locally. This is a Winchester. They're calling it a Super X Power Point. It's a 40 grain hollow point, which is a little bit unusual. Most of the hollow points are 36 grain. So here again, the 2 Winchester ammo, I really have no experience. I'm not sure I've ever shot these on paper. So it'll be fun today to experiment with. Of course, the mini mags, you guys have seen a ton of my videos. I'm pretty big fan of the mini mag. So anyway, we're shooting at 75 yards today. You know, I normally shoot my rifle stuff at 100, but in my opinion, and there's a lot of controversy on this too, that the practical range of small game hunting with the 22 rifle is about 75 yards. Are they more effective? Are they, excuse me, are they effective past 75 yards? Of course, 22 Plinkster's got a big YouTube channel. He's pretty much put his whole career in 22s. Done a lot of crazy, amazing things with 22s. But for me, if you're out in the field, you're shooting, you know, squirrels or whatever it may be, 75 yards is about my opinion, for my abilities, about as far as I'm going to shoot with the 22. So that's what we're shooting at today. Got 3 targets up there on paper, or excuse me, 3 paper targets up there. So we'll do some shooting. The first 3 shots we're going to take is with the Winchester M22s. I forgot to mention on this is it has a little bit of an unusual mag release. It's this little notch here, and it kind of slides forward, and it works. It's easy to get your finger on. It's just a little bit unusual. You know, the 1022 we kind of need to all get used to, and this is a little bit different, but it certainly works. So the next batch of 22s we're going to shoot are the CCI Mini Mags. All right, before we get back to shooting, I'm just going to take a minute and ask you guys to please subscribe. I'm sure helps the channel with some growth, and we've experienced a little bit of growth lately, so I'm really excited about it. It's nice to see some things happening with it, and we've had a lot of really great comments. I'm going to tell all you guys thanks for the comments. Been very informative, had some great interactions. You know, I'm not an expert on this stuff. I'm just here having fun, kind of showing you some things of what I know. So I appreciate it. If you guys are seeing things or know things that I don't know, please comment. I'm really interested to hear about it. You know, this whole YouTube thing is a lot of fun, just sharing information. I certainly don't claim to know a heck of a lot about these guns, other than I have a lot of fun with them. So anyway, please subscribe and hit the like button. Let's get back to shooting. Okay, so that 3-shot group was the CCI Mini Mags. Now we're going to shoot the Winchester Super X PowerPoint. All right, let's walk up and have a look. Well, this is certainly a little bit disappointing. So on this Winchester M22, I got 1, 2, 3. So that's about a little over a 4-inch group. Certainly not what I thought the gun was capable of, for sure. Let's go ahead and mark those. CCI Mini Mags. So it kind of looks like that there was a flyer here from the loose nut behind the trigger, because here's 2 almost touching each other. This guy there, that's about a 3.5-inch group. Go ahead and give them a mark with the old Sharpie. And then this Winchester PowerPoint, that's not bad. That's about a 3.5-inch group also. Yeah. Well, I certainly think this rifle is capable of better accuracy than that. And I think this might be the only one time I've shot this rifle after sighting it in with that scope, so I haven't spent much time with it. Of course, the trigger on these types of rifles, you know, I'm used to pretty high-end bolt action rifles, or even some of the AR platform rifles have pretty dang nice triggers. So I almost feel like it might be just me a little bit trying to get used to it. I don't know, I guess I got more faith in the gun that it can shoot better accuracy than what we've seen there. You know, it's averaging 3 to 4 inch groups. I truly think it'll do better than that. So I got the mag all loaded up. We're gonna shoot 3 more rounds on each one of those targets with the appropriate ammo, starting out with that Winchester M22. So hopefully we can tighten those grips up, or excuse me, those groups up just a little bit better, just with me getting used to that, the way the trigger feels. So here we go, we're gonna give her one more try. Okay, we're going to try with the CCI Mini Mags now. Okay, these last 3 shots are the Winchester PowerPoint. All right, let's walk up and have a look. Well, okay, this is interesting. Here's the Winchester M22s. So here's 1, 2, 3. Relatively consistent, not as tight as I'd like it to be. That's about 4 inches. The whole 6-shot deal is under about 5 inches. To me, I would think that we'd have to search a little further to find a better ammunition for that gun. So CCI Mini Mags, a little better that time. 1, 2, 3. That's about a 3-inch group. Not fantastic. I don't know. Now the Winchester PowerPoint seem to be a little better. So here's 1, 2, 3. That's about 1.5 inches. So 5 out of 6 with the Winchester PowerPoint is under 2 inches. Yeah, about right at 2 inches. We'll call 5 out of 6. I'm going to say that's acceptable. All right, guys. Well, I can't say I'm not a little bit disappointed. I truly think this gun has better accuracy potential than what it showed today. The Winchester PowerPoint ammo, 5 out of 6 at 2 inches on 75 yards. To me, that's acceptable. If I was serious about varmint control, that's definitely the ammo I would go to. And I honestly think this gun just needs a few more rounds through it. I think I'm a believer in the barrel break-in deal, that a gun don't really start shooting good until you get a couple hundred rounds through it. This gun, I doubt, would have 50 rounds through it right now. So I think it would get better. The gun functioned great with all of the ammo. Anyway, I still truly believe for the price point of this gun, that is a heck of a good value. I would not, if somebody asked me my opinion, I would not hesitate 1 second to tell them to run right to town and grab one of these. If they had, wanted an extra rifle for their seat, behind the seat of their truck, something for the grandkids to come over and have fun with, certainly would recommend this. There's a little quirk with the magazine on it, but it was very simple to fix. There's all kinds of stuff out there on the internet about it. I'm not going to go into that today, but anyway, highly recommend this gun. For me, it just has a great feel. If I was smart, I would shoot this gun all the time offhand, just for offhand practice, rifle shooting. But don't do it much, especially this time of year. We're super busy. We're building a house for Carson, and we're in between hay season right now. But anyway, we're gonna have some fun with it. I'm just gonna unload the mag at the 50-yard gong and see if we can hit anything offhand. That's a dandy little rifle, guys. Seriously, for the price point it's at, I mean, it's super reliable. Just can't say enough good about this little Savage rifle. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up for today. Please subscribe. Appreciate you guys watching. Leave me some comments if you have experience with this gun. I'd like to hear what other folks have had with it. So thanks for watching.